Well, you guys, it seems like female rap unity is at risk again. Now it's Nicki Minaj versus Ice Spice and JT. The text messages were exposed by Ice Spice's former friend, Baby Stormy, where Ice Spice called Nicki Minaj ungrateful and delusional. I honestly laughed when I read this because I don't know why everyone, especially the Barbs, are mad. Why are y'all mad at the princess? I remember asking you guys last year, why Ice Spice? Why out of all of the female talented rappers, Nicki chose to collab with Ice Spice, who looks to be an industry plant? Why co-sign someone so quickly who popped out of nowhere? The New York Times and Dazed magazine called Ice Spice the princess, and Nicki cemented it with her co-sign without Ice Spice really having to do any real work to prove herself to Nicki. In the video I made last year, I said these two people are using each other and hopefully it works out for both of them. But a lot of people in the comment section were against my opinion. And in 2024, we find out that allegedly Nicki wanted to sign Ice Spice to a 360 deal, aka a slave contract. And in that video, I told Ice Spice she was really smart for not signing to a 360 deal to Capitol Records and 10K projects. And imagine going from owning your masters to someone essentially owning you. Like, girl, bye. I wouldn't want my worst enemy signing a 360 deal either. Many artists have told us their horror stories about their 360 deals. Not to mention, this is Nicki's first time running an actual label. So no, she does not have the experience with managing artists and trying to break them as an artist into mainstream media. Nicki is still an artist herself, the same way Beyonce is still an artist running a label, and the artists under her are nowhere to be found, or they're flopping left and right like a fish out of water. I understand Nicki being frustrated that artists are hesitant to sign with her, but they will sign to the white man. But the thing is, Nicki, Ice Spice is your peer, unfortunately. She's your competition whether we like it or not. She's here to take spots, not sit up under you. Not to mention, if you didn't sign a 360 deal in your prime, Nicki, why the hell would Ice Spice or anyone else in their right mind sign a 360 deal in 2024? Now I know that all the female rappers are flopping right now, but Ice Spice and JT thought you would do them a solid, Nicki, by not trying to take advantage of them like the white man would. But like you said yourself, Nicki, there are no friends in the music industry and you basically have to look out for yourself. And as a black woman, Nicki wants to protect herself and make sure that she will recoup on her investment, and I get all of that. And in my opinion, it was wrong for Ice Spice to speak about Nicki in that manner on the text messages, but she was just frustrated about the contract negotiations. And I can't be mad at her for venting to a quote-unquote friend that was actually a snake. And by the way, if anybody is still friends with Baby Stormy after this stunt she pulled, you would be a fool, okay? She acted like she forgave Ice Spice for bullying her, but what she was actually doing was waiting on the perfect opportunity to strike back at Ice Spice. And she waited until Ice Spice let her guards down and Ice Spice was spilling all of her guts before she struck her back. And now all of a sudden, Stormy claims she had what we would call a manic episode. Baby Stormy is not to be trusted whatsoever, but this may be a scheme that her and Ice Spice came up with to come at us with the BS, okay?
The issue with this whole Baby Storm thing is I feel like she was fiending to be friends with Ice Spice. Like, she said that Ice Spice bullied her when they was all throughout high school, then when they graduated, the Storm, she posted her music and Ice Spice reshared it, and then they became friends off that. If she bullied you in high school, why are you becoming friends with her? Why did y'all become besties? Why are you letting her come stay at your house for 2 weeks? What are you talking about? Like, that don't make no fucking sense to me. Now, too, she talking about Ice Spice wanted the motion from her music. What motion? What are you talking about? Like, even on a day like today, Storm, you are not known for your music. So I know years before it was even less. Like, you might have been known for your music in the little circle of Instagram followers that you have, but the general public does not acknowledge you as a musician. But at the same time, people from New York are weird like that. So it may or may not have happened like that. I don't know. I wasn't there. The part I really want to touch on is, y'all are surprised that Ice Spice is a colorist? A girl who's literally this color from the Bronx. Y'all are surprised that she's a colorist. Like, let's be so fucking for real right now. Now, y'all talking about, oh, in the screenshots, y'all didn't get colorist. In the screenshot, they was talking about Doechii, and Ice was basically mocking her like, oh, she'll say that I'm dark, so I have to work harder than anybody. How is that not colorist? How does mocking the struggles that dark-skinned women go through not make you a colorist? Ice Spice, you have literally done half the work and you have half the talent, and you were nominated for a Grammy your first year out. If you can't see how the color of your skin and the way that you look plays a part in your success, you're a fucking moron. And then Baby Storm, like 10 minutes ago, just posted a screenshot of her telling ISIS about what's going on in Palestine. She like, oh, it's nothing you could do. You just gotta focus on the good in the world. She was like, you can't help everyone. What? Y'all might think Baby Storm is crazy or whatever, but screenshots don't lie. And ISIS, you a questionable bitch, period.
Because soon after those text messages were exposed, Ice Spice really started to embody her princess title, okay? She started to copy Nicki's flows and wigs, but I can't be mad because Nicki co-signed her being the princess, okay? And Ice Spice ran with it. Ice did talk about the text messages during her Rolling Stone interview for her album Rollout, and this is where she messed up at and why people think she's faking using Nicki to sell/promote her album. Ice Spice should not have waited until her album Rollout to address these career-altering text messages. A simple apology online to Nicki would have sufficed rather than waiting to milk the situation. Or if you did the apology behind the scenes, why wait until your rollout to speak on it when you could have just spoke about it on Twitter or on Instagram? And I personally don't think Nicki and Ice Spice are good, like Ice claimed in that interview, because Nicki has officially unfollowed both Ice Spice and JT. And needless to say, the Barbs and Nicki are both upset at Ice Spice, which is probably why they let her album flop. But if I'm being honest, all of these women are messy and all talk about each other behind one another's backs. For example, when Latto, or was it Nicki, exposed text messages during their back and forth, and we saw Nicki call Megan Bigfoot. Like, that's an insult because that's not Megan's name, so that's talking-ish, okay? Ice Spice and Nicki, in my opinion, will be alright. You know, Ice used Nicki for her fan base and popularity, and Nicki used Ice for her label Heavy on It, because as we all know, the Princess Diana remix is officially a part of Heavy on It, because Nicki shouted Heavy on It out at the beginning of the song. And Nicki also used Ice Spice for a potential 360 deal. They used each other, and now that they're done with each other, life goes on. And now let's talk about JT. We don't really know what happened behind the scenes with Nicki and JT, but the streets are saying that allegedly Nicki offered JT a 360 deal as well. And Auntie Nicki, please take it easy with all of these 360 deals, if in fact these rumors are true. Imagine person go suffer in one 360 deal, then they go jump enter inside another 360 deal. The thing no make sense. It can never make sense in my eyes. Don't be suffer head be that. Are you progressing or are you going backwards? I understand the Nicki cosign is a big deal, but I would like to see Nicki do that with one of her artists first before JT and Ice Spice sign on the dotted line, aka sign their life over to Nicki Minaj. I would rather you as an artist go independent than advise you to sign a 360 deal in 2024, because not everybody can be Drake. Drake was able to sign a 360 deal after Young Money that will feed his generations to come, because he's already an artist that sells, which is an added bonus for him and his label. I think JT would have been willing to sign with Nicki if she was new in the industry, industry and had not yet tasted success. But unfortunately, JT has been in the music industry for a minute now, and she's probably in a 360 deal with QC right now. She would allegedly be going from one 360 deal to another, and ain't nobody got time for that. I think it was just wrong timing for Nicki and JT, but hopefully they're okay, and if not, oh well, okay? I know a lot of barbs never saw it for JT due to her dissing Nicki and Carisha, saying that the city girls are team Cardi. So in my opinion, there should be no love lost on both ends. JT apologized, Nicki accepted it, and a simple unfollow is no big deal in my opinion. Let's move on. I haven't really heard much from JT lately, but her tour looks to be doing well, so congrats to her for that. I do wish Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice, and JT all the best, okay? But I don't think y'all should be mad at the princess, okay? Stop being mad at the princess, alright? Nicki co-signed her, okay? Nicki co-signed JT, alright? It is what it is. It didn't work out. Move on, guys. I do look forward to listening to these girls' music, and cheers to being used. Let me stop being messy. Cheers to the user and the used up. So you guys, tell me what you guys thought about what we discussed today, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye for now.